Hello there. Thank you for coming to see Adaptation. I'm thrilled that you were able to witness something that I was very proud to be a part of. It was a great creative process as well as an interesting process on set as well. My first role as an actor was being a tree in The Wizard of Oz, the stage play, not the timeless Warner Brothers movie. And I really enjoyed it because we got to throw apples at Dorothy as a tree. So that was pretty riveting stuff. I think I have one line where I said something kind of cheesy, akin to "How about them apples?" So really not creative stuff, but it was a good time. I was cast in Adaptation from what I knew through Tom and Ben. They had been working on a project wherein the main character sort of comes home and he is confronted with the realization that he has a younger brother that has been adopted. And so they thought I'd be a good fit. I was more than happy to take the part. And frankly, we gelled very well. So I was very happy to be on set and to see that things worked out so smoothly. I was involved in the creative process you know, probably from day one, to be honest. Tom had included me in several sort of major decisions, as well as, he was very open to sort of any feedback I had. For example, there was some music that I thought would fit pretty well that happened to be on my just on a random YouTube channel I was listening to, and turns out it is now in the movie. So it's a very it's a very delicate balance, our relationship, but we found that happy spot, that happy medium, and it was a good experience for everyone, including myself. It was very interesting. You had on one hand Megan Friend, who I hate to use this cliche term, but classically trained, fantastic actress who had done a plethora of theater, no film before, but for her it was sort of a new process. And then you had people who had never been in front of a camera before, let alone on stage. So the combination of those two was kind of interesting in that we had people who were learning as they were going, and a lot of people did absorb sort of I don't want to say the qualities of the better actors on stage or on the set, but it was it was like being a watering can and having a bunch of young little fresh sponges around you. So you just had to get yourself out there and just kind of hope that some of the greatness was absorbed by the other people, while trying not to be self-absorbed, because you don't want to be that too. Some of the challenging aspects playing Lou, I think the primary challenge was to figure out what kind of character he would be. We had established that he was sort of a Louis C.K. type, but not entirely. Still with his own sort of inane little ticks and mannerisms. For example, he does swear like a sailor in front of kids, which I think Louis C.K. does as well. But we just found that there were things about Lou that were uniquely Wilson, uniquely Lou Wilson, that were not really ever made before or written before, and just finding those traits was actually kind of fun, as well as a challenge to sort of interpret the script and see what would be sort of a good fit in terms of personality and character type. Effortless is sort of a sort of a very generous term. It was a combination of determination, exhaustion from just being on set for so long, and quite a lot of uh, drive, push, from the producers, Tom and Ben, as well as just sort of we have the camera, we have the equipment, we have this time to shoot this movie, so let's make the most of it. So effortless is sort of a very generous term, but I think the combination of some of those factors definitely came into play. But the primary motive, the primary drive, I think that's like a CSI Miami term. But I think the motive, the modus operandi was sort of just the sheer determination to make a good polished film, or as best we could, anyways. Best day on set, any day that we had Chipotle. We are not being officially sponsored by them or getting any money for royalties, even though I'm pretty sure some material might have snuck its way into the camera or on set. But yeah, anything to do with free burritos was absolutely up my alley. Let me see, the worst day on set. We bought a bunch of shirts from Goodwill, the majority of whom had not been washed. Any day where I had to wear like an old homeless person Hawaiian shirt, where I literally would find like little knickknacks from the previous owner, such as a used cigarette butt in the shirt pocket. That was a grand time. But there are worse things that could happen. Just wasn't my particular favorite thing on the day of shooting. I would change not a lot, which sounds probably slightly pretentious, but I think it was just the perfect amount of realization that we had this small window of time that we really understood what we were getting into. We had read the script several times, gone over some rehearsals, and we understood primarily that this would be up to us. So we had to really give it our best shot. So I think the performance ended up being a combination or result of the time frame, the place we were at in life, um, the amount of energy that we had on any given day, the amount of creativity involved, sort of off the cuff ideas on the set. And yeah, I think the performance overall was good. But I can't just pat myself on the back without saying that I think all the performances were pretty great. Including some of the cameos from the better known actors in the father son community as well, mostly referring to the telephone employee scene. I do think everyone, though, did a fantastic job. Any co stars and everyone else, was just a pleasure to work with. So, never any problems on set. Other roles I'd like to play. Yeah, I had an idea for a Willem Dafoe movie where he breaks into a museum and tries to steal a painting, but it turns out to be a replica Monet. So he has to figure out how to get rid of it while in this small town where everyone knows that the painting's missing. And now he's wanted for a lot of money. So, still have yet to pitch that idea to Focus Films. I think they were interested in hearing it, but there's a lot on the old agenda that I'd love to get crossed off, but it's just a matter of time and circumstances. Jeepers, that is a question. I'm working on a combination of writing for a show, sort of faux television series. It would be called Dangerously Frank. It is going to be co-written by Ben Matukowitz, David Remus, who plays Peach in Adoptation, and a couple other people. We're hoping to get that off the ground, hopefully by this summer. It has been in talks, and it is under tremendous, just top secret, preparation. It's going to be one hell of a TV show, though, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your hats. Other than that, I'm working on a short film. By short, I mean about 5 minutes short, so it really is a short film. But nothing so far. Just working on life and seeing if I can crack into Hollywood the old-fashioned way. Yeah, whatever that means. Anyways, thanks very much. I hope this video has been successful, and I hope I don't sound too much like a blithering idiot. It has been quite a long night, so I do appreciate everyone at Fatherson Productions for the opportunity, for the chance to participate in this movie, and for the fantastic the confidence that they had in me to carry the movie in terms of lead role. So thank you everyone at Fatherson. Thank you all my co-stars. And I better wrap this up before it starts sounding like an Oscar speech. So thank you, and God bless, I think, maybe. That sound right? Okay.